fellow diamond painting addicts, and welcome back to Diamond Painting Anonymous. I'm Daphne, and I'm here today to unbox something I saw on Forever Young, and I was really curious about it, and I'm even more curious now because this is in German, I believe, but it's a Chinese address, obviously. And then is this some kind of representative thing name for Germany? I don't know how all this stuff works in the EU. I've got two boxes. So what these are blank patterned canvases, which is kind of a misnomer, so let me explain. I'm going to get them out of the boxes. One is for round and no drills are included, as you can see it says here, and one is for squares. So the front of it says Mini Gems Diamond Painting, and you've got like this little holographic box on it. I don't know if you can see that with all my weird lights, but it's holographic. So Forever Young, that's all it says. Does it say if it's round or square? Okay, so on the back here it says R24 and this one says S24, so I'm going to guess these are the squares and these are the rounds. Let me get the plastic off and then we'll look and see what comes in the boxes. Okay, the plastic was resistant to coming off. Okay, so these are the ones for square drills and these are the ones for rounds. These are supposed to be little blank canvases. So they don't have any drills on them, which is what I mean by blank, but they do have printed patterns on them. So I think they said they're 4 by 6, something like that. So 10.2, which should be 4. And then is this 6? 6.5, it looks like, or 6.25, which is 15.7, something like that. And I'll get them out of the little containers here. So I've got these two little things. I don't know what these are for. Forever Young Diamond Painting, Square Freestyles. 2.5 millimeter square diamonds with a display stand. Is that what this is? 7-inch canvas, fits 7 or 6-inch frames. Probably 4 by 6 you could find fairly quickly. 3 modes plus your creative expansion. So a freestyle, it shows you what the original image is, and then you can color it in any way that you want. The point of this is to use up your spare drills. So you can either match the symbol's required diamonds with your available colors to create freely, or for diamonds needed, reference table, see the back. You can customize, you can leave the backdrop as is, but then you can add something in the middle like they've done here, which I probably won't do. I probably will just do the patterns and then freely create your own favorite colors or patterns. So this one, they just completely did their own thing and ignored all of it. You can ignore all the patterns and just use it however you want. Okay, and then here it tells me for freestyle square number 1, I need those 3 diamonds, and there's the symbol. And the symbols and colors do get reused. So freestyle 2, I need 2 of those same colors. Freestyle 3, I need 2 of those same colors and a different third one. Same thing here, the check mark and the little Pac-Man person, but now I need the arrows, check mark, Pac-Man, and fire. So all the way through S24. So the first ones you only need 2 or 3 or 4 colors for. S10, you need, how many colors is that? Oh, it's this whole section here. So like 12 different colors. But S23 only needs 4 colors, so interesting. I don't understand how this is supposed to work though. How is this a stand? I guess you could display it like that. I would think it would work best on the back one so you could lay it against here, but interesting. No instructions on how to use that though. Okay, so let me get these out of here. This bag is ripping apart. Okay, so what canvases do I have? So they're marked here. I've got Freestyle S12, so I could match that up on the back. S12, there's the colors that I would need. So this one is little squares. Oh, and they're like little postcards on the back. That's cute. So if you wanted to give them to someone, it does say licensed artwork by Forever Young, so I mean, they're just patterns. So this one is circles. Then we've got a little wave or block pattern. That reminds me of that old game Cubert. Do you guys remember that game? Then this one is like, It looks like little Galaga ships. I must have video games on my mind. There's a diamond pattern, a cross pattern, just a little grid pattern. Oh, that looks like it would be some nice checkerboarding to do that pattern. Maybe flowers. Those look like railroad tracks. That looks like an Afghan pattern. And then a floral pattern. Okay, so that's the first batch of the square ones. Let's look at the second ones. So obviously these are sized for the square drills, the 2.5 millimeter squares. I just thought this was a cool way to use leftover drills. I mean, I could have done it my own on blank canvases, but I feel like for those of us who maybe are not that creatively minded, it can tell you which colors to use. And then I feel like it makes it easier. So like if I was going to do this one, S24, oh, it doesn't tell you which colors. It just tells you how much of each color. I wasn't paying attention to that. Okay, so I need 3 grams of the check mark. So for this particular kit, as long as I've got 3 grams of the check mark, that's all I need to worry about. I don't need to worry about if I have enough of these. Oh, and this one I just noticed the check mark, it says you need 12 pieces. So 12 drills of that color. So you can make it whatever works for you to have whatever you've got the most extras of. So there's kind of a quilt-like pattern. There's another kind of wavy block pattern. There's a heart, another heart, another block pattern, another Cubert block pattern. Aw, little cat quilt. What is that? Cats? Is that another cat or is that like a fish? It's hard to tell. Those look like balloons. Little campfires, little fires maybe. Little hourglass pattern, another heart pattern, and another diamond pattern. I feel like these would be really fun. Okay, so how sticky? It is black and white, as you can see, and I think they did that on purpose because who knows what color you're going to use. And because it's square, everything's going to get covered up. I'll be interested to see how they do that with the rounds. Maybe they just do like the check marks here where it's white, but then the symbol is in the very middle. I wonder if they have guide circles on the other one, on the rounds. Well, we'll look at those. It does feel nice and sticky. This is a nice, heavy kind of cardboard. It's thicker than postcard. It's not flimsy at all. So I feel like these would be really good for like traveling diamond painting too. Also, you could just take random colors. So if you wanted to use up your spares, you could do that. But if you wanted to just, you know you're going to be waiting in line at the DMV or the doctor's office or whatever, and you could take something like this with you, especially ones where you only need like 3 different colors of drills. That would be super easy to travel with. These were $31.68 each box, Canadian. So I'll figure out what that is and put that in American on the screen. And I did order these in 2 separate batches because this is the thing I was telling you about where when I ordered it on Amazon, if I had them both in my cart, it was going to make me pay extra fees. But if I separated it into 2, it didn't make me. But then they both came in the same bag. So I don't know what sense that makes, but whatever. I'm pretty happy with that so far. Okay, so that's the square ones. And that's my square reference table. Let's get out the round ones here. So again, I have my little, don't know what those are for. We've got our same instructions, but this one shows round freestyle, so you know it's for rounds. 2.8 millimeter round diamonds with display stands, same things, same instructions. And then we've got our reference table here on the back. R1, 3, R2 only takes 2 colors, R3 takes 3, all the way down to, I don't know why their number 10s seem to have a lot of colors, but okay, so cool. So let's open these. Oh, so they are a little bit different. They are lighter looking than the square ones. So here's a nice little cross pattern. And then we've got another kind of wave. I feel like we saw that same design. Hearts. Are some of these the same design? Another heart. More boxes. Another Cubert one. Maybe it's sort of the same designs. Oh yeah, is that the same cat with like the little fish? So it's the same designs, just in round. There's balloons. There's our campfire. There's like the hourglass, hearts, and diamonds. Okay, so it's like the same patterns, just one is in rounds, one is in squares. So are these two the same pattern? Sort of, I guess. Sort of. But these definitely look almost the same, don't they? And same thing with the heart patterns. So same patterns, they've just adapted them for rounds. But still a pretty cool idea, I think. So here's this one. That's like a wave pattern. There's our railroad tracks. That's like, it almost looks like little bubbles or something. Maybe it's lights. There's the one I said would be good for checkerboarding. There's a square like plaid pattern. There's the crosses, the diamonds, the Galaga ships, the Cubert squares, bubbles or lights, and then this last one is some kind of square bubble pattern. I don't know. I feel like they're easier to tell what they are on the squares, so same patterns but adapted for the rounds. So I gotta say, I'm pretty happy with these actually. They're, like I said, they're nice and sturdy. I've got 24 rounds and 24 squares. I can use up a ton of extra drills with all of these. And I really like that they don't tell you what colors to use. They just tell you this symbol should be the same color. I feel like that really helps you kind of freestyle it and figure out what you want to do, because you can look through your spares and see, well, I've got a ton of this color. I do a lot of colorful diamond painting, so I have lots of different colors left over, but I'm sure all of us have tons of browns, grays, blacks, whites. So you could pick one of those to use as like a base in a bunch of these, because like this little Pac-Man symbol is in a bunch of them. So you could use that same color for all of those to use those up. And then you could pick some of the stuff that you maybe don't have a lot of, where you only need, like this one, it says 17 pieces, 7 pieces over here, whatever it may be. So you'll have to let me know what you guys think. Do you think it was worth it? I mean, I managed to save some money by ordering them separately, which seems really dumb since they came in the same package. But I am super happy about how they're packaged up. I think it's a really good packaging job. I like the reference table that comes with it. And like they said, you can do the pattern that comes on here, which is probably what I'll do for most of them. And then if I'm feeling super creative, maybe I want to make my own little pattern. Or if you're someone who's super creative, you could make your own little pattern. But like I said, it's nice and sturdy. It's not fabric. It is like a very thick cardstock almost, but it's laminated so it's slick, and the glue doesn't really overhang. So I don't know if I would washi tape them, although I suppose you could. If you did washi tape it, then that could be your frame and you wouldn't have to bother getting a frame. So I'll stick a link to these down below. I got them off of Amazon. I think you can get them directly from Forever Young. I think for me, it was actually cheaper to get them from Amazon than it was to get them from Forever Young, but your mileage may vary. I'm sure it depends on where you are in the world and all of that good stuff. But I'm actually super happy with these. I may have to try a couple of these and report back and see how they like them. So leave me a comment below and let me know what you think. That's it for me today, guys. Thanks so much for sticking around till the end of the video. Before you leave, don't forget to do all the things. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification icon so that you can be informed of future uploads. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching.